Hey everyone, my name's Sedge and I'm a hacking addict. Here's my 5-step guide to hacking in Watch Dogs 2. Step 1. Observe. The first thing I recommend doing is simply watching the other player. I know it sounds kind of creepy, but trust me, it'll help. Follow them and watch from a distance. See how they play. If they're trigger happy, you can use this to your advantage later on. The hardest opponents are either skilled or cooperating. If you're against 2 other people, there's a higher chance you'll be discovered. It's hard to distinguish a skilled player from a non-skilled player before the hack, but when there's 2 people in the game, be prepared for a challenge. Step 2. Retreat. Now that you know who you're up against, fall back. I recommend going as far as possible, usually a maximum of 150 meters without any obstacles. However, I recommend roughly between 110 and 130 meters. Just get as far as possible so you can initiate the hack, but you still have time to hide. Look around for good hiding spots. Verticality is your friend. If you have a multi-level car park, a bridge, a building you can access, or anything with more than 1 floor, this will help immensely. Hacking in places like here is a dream. Step 3. Prepare. When you start the hack, the map will show the radius that you must stay within. You always start in the center of the radius, which the other player can see, so almost always move as far away from the center as possible, especially around the outskirts. In regards to verticality, the radius doesn't specify what floor you're on, so use this to your advantage. But never initiate the hack in the same place you intend to hide it. Plus, keep in mind that the radius is a large sphere. You can view it in hacker vision if you want to go on the absolute outskirts. Making sure the victim is within range, start the hack. Never initiate it directly. Always bring up your drone, or save up for it and get all the perks, it's the best tool for the job, and initiate the hack remotely. Step 4. Hide. Run to a spot and blend in. Being inside a vehicle is recommended, since you can make a quick getaway if shit hits the fan. For hiding spots, I recommend the following. In a car park, park to the edge of the radius, in a bush, or on a roof. Or for the risk takers, try and blend in with the crowd. Players do have a tendency of checking most pedestrians, so this isn't recommended unless the other player is completely stupid. Don't be afraid to run outside of the radius if you can get to a better spot within it. Have a motorbike ready if you aren't sure you'll make it in time. Spots like this are absolutely perfect. The other player will rarely exit the radius, so use this to your advantage. Step 5. Distract. This is optional, but very effective. Using cameras, or your drone if there are no cameras around, lure the player away from you. Hack cars, NPCs, electrical boxes, hell, even hack a scissor lift and honk in a circle. Just make sure they aren't looking for you. Make sure not to damage the player too much. Usually twice will kick you out, but you can still do it once. Just make sure once the prompt pops up, you try to avoid damaging them in any way. And yes, even lifting them in a scissor lift counts as damage. Now, for the trigger-happy players we mentioned before, they have a tendency of shooting anyone they suspect of being you. So, if you have the perk unlocked, call the cops or gang members on a pedestrian, preferably as far away from you as possible. They may get in a firefight with a player, and could even kill them, which will give you valuable time. However, be wary of using your drone, as it can be hacked by the other player, thus revealing your location. Once you get to 100%, congratulations. You've successfully hacked a player and may even get a bonus congratulatory message. Here's a few extra tips. More cover is better. If they're in an open field, it's usually best to be patient and follow them until they move to an area with more places to hide. If you absolutely must hack them in a place like this or they're not moving, make sure to hide in a place such as a bush. It's not the best, but when you hack in an open place like this, winning is rarely guaranteed. More perks the better. Try and unlock almost everything, but I specifically recommend the following. Wear clothes that blend in. Make yourself look like a pedestrian. I recommend using other pedestrians for reference, but for the love of God, don't hack wearing any of this stuff. So, there's the guide. I don't usually do videos like this, but I've faced up against plenty of people trying to hack me, and they fail completely. Big thank you to my friend Filthy Vegan for giving me a bit of assistance with this. If you have any questions or even additional tips, please post them in the comments. Thank you, and hack off.